Yeah, this is, I'm making this video to show people how the correct way to collapse a TV antenna or radio antenna or any kind of a telescoping antenna. Now, pulling it out is not a problem. You pull it out from the top. That's commonplace. But when you put it back in, you want to start at the bottom. Let me get in view here. So you don't obviously don't start at the bottom one because that's stationary. You move to the second one up, put that in, and then you keep on. See where I'm going? You do not start at the top when you're putting it back in. When you do that, 9 times out of 10 you're going to break the antenna because that's the weakest. That's the weakest. You do not, when you're collapsing it back in, you do not start at the top because it's very weak here, and you've probably seen a lot of antennas where this is broken off, and that's why people will put them back. Same thing when you're changing directions. You want to do that from the bottom, not from the top. If you change directions from the top, you'll either bend it or break it because, like I said, that's the weakest. So I'll do the other one here. You pull it out obviously from the top. You know, it's all the way pulled out. And then the second one up from the bottom, you start pushing it down. And you slide your thumb and forefinger usually. Now this is an old vintage antenna. It's going to be a little stiff. It's, my God, it could be 40 to 50 years old by now. And then really, even when you're down here, you probably should put it in a little at a time. It's even risky when you get down to the bottom. You can do that if you're really careful, but I would recommend once you do get to that top one, probably start at the center or maybe even 25% up or 1/3, and then do that because it's so risky. These top ones are thin and they're fragile, very easy to break. So this is applies to all telescoping antennas that are worked by hand. Radios, TVs, what have you. Anyway, that's it. So for a demo, I'm using the AN16 SONY antenna. Very similar to the AN14, except this one's got the AN16 has this type of connector. Okay, thank you.